podcast slow and clear. Cool, what's up, English? In this podcast, I'm going to give you 5 ways to practice your English in 10 minutes or less. This video is for people who are busy with life, with your family, with your kids, and you simply don't have much time to learn, and you probably have to that much energy dinner. And for each method I've given you, I'll show you exactly what to do. So you don't need to think like you literally show lately. Just click that and then, because when you only have 5 or 10 minutes to listening, we can, but what we're going to do, right? So I'll give you something to you know what to do, and all of the programs are the things that you tell. In this video, we will be discussing now. So let's get started with the first way to learn English, and that is to practice your listening skill. Of course, by watching my video and also watching a channel called Vox, and that's VOX. So this channel makes things going on the world that you wouldn't think of. And then when you see the title, oh, that looks interesting, I'll watch it. And the reason I recommend is because the production quality of the videos are top quality. The audio is very clear, the editing. The second reason is because they have English subtitles, so they're not an AI generated subtitle. They write by hand, so they practice. And the third reason is because what to learn about the Western. You can learn a lot about the Western culture, because that's what they're about a lot of time. Now you might be wondering, Carter, what if I'm watching this video and I don't understand some word or some sentence? That's a good question and a very good source. It is chose intense called lunch with lecture. So what is the extension will do is it, and your choice of language subtitle below it. So for you will see the English subtitle with the Vietnamese subtitle below it. And if there's an English word that you don't understand, you just put your mouse and then the Vietnamese translation pops. That's actually really useful. I think they use the Google AI API, so the translation, but it's still really useful. And so the way to set up this annotation, your dollar is to Trump's. You change the translation language to Vietnamese, and then there it is for whatever you have in English. Alright guys, so the tip number 1, which is to practice your listening skill in 10 minutes or less by watching Vox videos. Tip number 2, this is to practice your reading skill in 10 minutes. To do that, simply to Reddit.com and reason that website. So what is Reddit? Reddit is basically a forum that has all the forums, all the page for basically any topic you can imagine. And the reason why you're reading is because most of content there is complex in nature, and It's like sometimes it can be really hard to understand because a lot of words and the structure that they are not actually used. So when you read it, it's actually a bit easier and it's very useful for English in real life. So one subreddit that you can check out of the Reddit come ask is has a random question that's you pretty interesting and the answers can be very funny. In fact, 2 weeks also I post a video reading a story from Reddit. That's how useful I think it is. Is if you haven't seen that video, now you might be wondering, what about words? And for you that can Google Translate extension. So for the extension, you simply is only word for term because Google and how to and on the other browser. So what you do after you download the Google Translate extension for terms if you go to the app, select my primary language and then click the immediately and that makes it so when you find the words that you don't understand it, you just highlight the words and then the Vietnamese translating will just come up. So it's very convenient. Hmm. Okay, so my first two topic is how to improve your English, but in the course, speaking and using the language is also important. And just writing even 5 or 10 minutes a day can help you remember the words and have your lips get used to making the movement. And I know myself is if I don't speak Vietnamese for a few days, I start lose frozen. Like I forget how to say basic thing. My pronunciation gets a little bit, so the next step will show you how to practice speaking English every day and the rest takes when you only have 5 or 10 minutes a day. Now in this podcast, I'm going to give you speaking in the 10 minutes or less, but the first way is explain is for people who are really busy without a comfortable environment. And this way is to use an app which I like to take for part most of programming, but for those English speaking and communicate app found by Vietnamese that now has over 15 million and its influence to have you practice natural English communicate from easy to difficult words. Elsa can help you to improve your pronunciation, stress, intonation, and can even help you practice real and prepare for exams like IELTS and TOEFL. Now, I do want you are a part of Elsa Pro or Elsa Premium package, but you don't see exactly how they work, so you can decide if it's a right. Alright, this tip is about practicing speaking 10 minutes. Let me show you how to do it with the app. When you open Elsa Speaking for the first time, there will be a lot of options. It might be a bit, but it's actually breathing. First, if you want to practice your one of Elsa is its ability in point to and give install feedback for you to practice. You can click on the Discover at the bottom and then pronunciation at the top. Besides pronunciation, you can also choose conversation to have your process and analyze in this conversation. If you get the app, I recommend for a 5 minutes a day, and for those who want to like listening for things, then simply go to home page and press, and you're free to choose from 10 and of course communication stuff and just reading free accent. If you want to start making your and having dynamic conversation, then another premium the upgrade package or else our products give you three options. The first one is putting set phrase like putting conversation responding in real life stage. The type of speaking change depending, so it will be really help you grow in real life to practice conversing, just like how you chatting with real people. Simple go to and then sell Elsa AI featuring to get started. Here you can choose a topic from pre-socket, or you can create any topic you want by clicking from. To me, this is by far the most useful because you can that are relevant. Now I create for a practice to show you like it's like. If you're not really sure, you can press the light bill icon here to get suggestions. After each speaking exercise, you just speak like based on the three factors, so you can easily understand. You can practice for this as long as you want. The more the better. But I'm confident every day will help you. You can do it either before bed, during, or even when you go to school. One also include Elsa Speak, a website so long free from speak to get detailed feedback, and the predicts score, which is very good for those who are preparing the international. Is also provide some IELTS topic by reputable person like, and so if you prepare for also certificates you might that, so that's how the all communicate. Also premiums that can help you practice your speaking skills in just 5 or 10 minutes a day, every time. If then go ahead and click the link button and use the code cutter to resize in the space on available. If you use Elsa speak consistently, then you think about the surprise. That's right. Let's move to motor number 4. So I promise I will give you 2 ways to practice your speaking. So this way is to practice speaking is by the total area in the city, and asking. I just kidding. The other way to practice your to is to use random question generator and practice answering those questions. So I've provided the link to the question in the description below. I'm just going to make out a cool, cute duck floating in the click for the question and what is one of the smells? And that's an interesting question. So I don't know if this is that's my the word, but a smell that I enjoyed as a kid was a smell at a gas station, like a smell of gas. And I know the southwest. And but when we were going to the gas station, the smell of gas came into the car, and I would be like, "Oh, smell! Oh, that smell good." I don't know what. I know the topic is breathe the those from, but I just enjoy the smell. So that's an example you could answer to, and then they're complete random, and you can take the time to preparing your answer. So you can use words that you learn from reading or from listening to prepare your answer. Is not always right. The word of this is new things and use what simply practice English. You can also make your answer short or as long as you want. Basically, the more you practice, the best. If you are and then just start with the short one, so you can probably answer 3 or 4 of those questions in around. It's definitely how long is your answer is. If you are only doing 1 or 2 sentences, then maybe you could. But if you are giving, then maybe 3 or 4 would be enough. And don't forget, you can mix this thing up, right? So you can maybe read it for 5 minutes, and then answer some question for 5 minutes, or you can listen to the voice for, and then you practice reading for 5 minutes, or you can do one thing for 10 minutes. That's a boy. This way, ask me what to do. That's right. Alright, so the last way to practice your final skill, which is writing. So writing is a little more complicated. That couldn't have its own video complete, right? Because writing changes depending to how, like if you're writing an email, if you're writing a text message to your friends, but so there are many different types that require different forms of practice to get better than the science channels. Besides channel, this channel is a communication channel and a natural English channel. I've given you a way to practice your writing that will be useful in your daily. So the way to improve your writing is by writing in your journey. Now people tell you write a journey, but you don't go to four special things that you can write about. Okay, so the first one to write a sentence or 2, maybe 3, about how you're feeling right now. Okay. So, for example, right now I feel a little bit shy because it's the evening and I'm recording this podcast. After work, it's dinner time, so I'm a little bit hungry. After work, it's dinner time, and the boring, and that could be one example of writing about how you're feeling. So the second thing to write about the journey is something memorable. So a personal example that was right today. I went to the little shop to buy those bone dice. It's like a big dice, and you know. And so I asked, "Can do you have any of these dice?" And they put her hand on my shoulder and say, "I don't have any of these dice, but you can go up the road, turn left into the market, and there are many places that sell that toys." And I say, "Great, thank you." That is not an it's merry when you talk about that. That's the first thing. So you can just write tweet the third thing that you can write for your plan tomorrow. Even if your plan is simply to wake up and do nothing, you can write that. And if your plan are wake up, take a shower, get the green right, work hard, 5 a.m., go to the gym, go to work, get ready. Then you can write that to write whatever what you're doing. Just write it. It's useful because relevant to your own life, and you'll practice these things that's useful for you. Now, say you're writing about your plan tomorrow. We can use like, well, I'm going to, I plan to, and stuff like that. So, for example, for me, I could say tomorrow I'm going to work on my script for my next video, and then I'm going to work out. After that, I have lunch, go teach, come home, and then probably meet a friend for dinner. Right? So just something very simple like that. Alright, so finally the last part of writing. Write two things that you are grateful for in life. Now this will not only but it could be also help you feel happier as well, happier with what you have. So, for example, I could say thing that I'm grateful for is my support will write like comments that I get from you guys. I feel happy. I feel happy that I'm helping you guys and you guys are learning, and it's sometimes that is improving your life. So that's one thing I'm grateful for, and the other thing I'm grateful for my class T and Tail. And I think the lines, yeah, these are my cat actually. I don't know if they move throughout the, but they just chilling. Alright, so the recaps the writing part, writing about how do you feel, and what's second write about thing memorable that happened. Third, write about your plan tomorrow, and then fourth, write two things you're grateful for in your life. So let me recap of the 5 ways. Okay, so the first way to practice your listening was watch a YouTube channel vlogs. You can using language lecture to see the subtitles and put your mouse over any words. The language lecture only works for the Chom's rules. So the second tip is to practice reading natural English and the special release surprise you can go, and then and there are many you choose whichever. The strategy is to practice speaking with Elsa speak. The fourth tip is not is to talk with is to answer questions from the random question general. term. By the way, of course you can go this place and talk with foreigners, but I'm assuming for most of you that not something you, and go out and talk with strangers. I think the South kind of terrifying for a lot of people. So answering question about suitcase. And by the way, that also why Elsa speaking, because it generates this textual for whatever you need. And the AI is very scary to really less. And it's great how to retake it. And the last way is to practice writing in your journey with 40. So guys, to practice your English is in 10 minutes for class. I hope you are really useful for you. I hope you enjoy this podcast and I will see you next time in this next video. Goodbye.